We back. Nobody specifically requested this album, but I figured it's time. I've heard Speak Now and Fearless in my free time. We did Red. We did Folklore. We did Evermore. So what do we got left? We got our first album. I think it's just called Taylor Swift. And we got Lover.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not mentioning another album because we're not listening to that album.
Yeah, this album came out around 2014.
2014 to 15, that was our last year of high school. We're class of 2015. This was an interesting time of our lives, man.
Yes.
I remember this was the point where I was like, just from the Taylor Swift songs I was hearing on the radio, I was like, what are you doing? Because in my mind, Taylor Swift music was, today was a fairy tale.
This was like the point where I was like, is she jumping the shark?
And then when I heard Shake It Off, and she had a song with Kendrick Lamar, I was like, what are you doing? Which was Blank Space. That's that, and I'll write your name, something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a blank space for it, baby.
There's a blank space in your hairline, bro. 2014 to 2015, I was just listening to this You're Gonna Miss It All by Modern Baseball. I went and checked my playlist, like the amount of times, because like Google Play, well, back when Google Play existed, I think they discontinued it. Back when Google Play Music, it would tell you how many times you played an album, and I listened to that album 2,000 times in a span of a year and a half.
Oh, just forget it. You weren't the only one who thought of us that way.
I've only heard maybe 3 songs. I've heard Blank Space, Shake It Off, Bad Blood, and Wildest Dreams.
Yeah.
From the singles I've heard from this album, I genuinely enjoy Wildest Dreams. Not listen to this deluxe edition, because
that's scary. We don't listen to deluxe. We only listen to Jay-Z's deluxe. Cameron.
Oh yeah, Cameron Deluxe. The Jay-Z Deluxe Volume 3. Welcome to New York, man.
A crowd, the village is aglow. New York, welcome to New York.
This isn't really my sound, but I wouldn't consider this a bad song.
No.
This just... We're not fans of pop music, really. This feels like it'd be in the next LGBT coming-of-age movie. Quirky white kids are having their night of freedom.
Welcome to New York.
But lyrically...
Yeah, that was good.
This was the sound and the vibe and the melody, it's a no for me, dog. But the lyrics, this song was... I think I'm just genuinely starting to appreciate. I think she's a top tier songwriter. When we first dropped our bags on apartment floors, took our broken hearts, put them in the drawer. Everybody here was someone else before.
Ooh.
Like Red came out before this, right? Well, how did Taylor Swift fans feel about this? Like, cause imagine you're like a big Taylor Swift fan and you're used to how Taylor Swift was sounding, and then you put this album in, and then this.
I feel like from the trending times, people were more open to this type of music.
I'd give this song like a 4 out of 10. I have little to no... I'm not saying this is a bad song. I just have no interest in ever hearing this song.
Yeah, it has that vibe where, you hear this once in a Love Simon type of thing, and I'm like, well, that's there.
Yeah.
Magic, madness, heaven, sins.
It's okay, you wanna play, nigga.
Honestly, I like this song. Mm-hmm. When it came out, it had like a rapper flow to it.
It does.
I can make the bad guys good for a weekend. So what's your name?
Okay.
Yeah.
I get drunk on jealousy, 'cause darling, I'm a nightmare dressed like a daydream.
That line is kind of hokey. Not gonna...
Yeah.
That line sounds like something out of the 14-year-old girl's journal. I'm a nightmare dressed as a daydream, Gregory. Honestly, when that first was on the radio back in like 2014, 2015, and it lasted for like years. I feel like that was on the radio till like 2018.
It did.
It was years.
And it gets, like this. You appreciate this song, but if you heard this through so much stuff,
every moment of the day,
every morning.
Keep in mind, I had a job after this. I graduated and I got my job, and I worked at a retail clothing store. So imagine how many times I was hearing this song.
That's the problem with, like, you know, with huge hits like this.
Now that I haven't heard this song in what, like 2 years, it's actually a bop. Like, these lyrics are scathing. Again, this is my interpretation. I'm not a Swiftie. I feel like she's like writing from the perspective of how like the media and like how people portray her. Even back like before I ever listened to Taylor Swift, because you know, when I was in high school, everyone, if you mentioned Taylor Swift, they'd be like, all she does is date people, and then like, oh, I'm gonna write a song about you. Like, people would be like remember the memes? Like, it would be like, Taylor Swift gets in a relationship, time to write a song. And I never understood that critique, because isn't that what every artist in the world does?
Yes.
If you listen to a love song, that love song is about a relationship. If you listen to a breakup song, that's about somebody. Like, this is what I don't understand why people specifically got on Taylor Swift about that. I'd give this an 8. I
give it an 8.
This. Yeah. Oh, what's up with the groove?
Pick me up, no headlights.
No headlights at midnight. Y'all finna crash.
Know exactly where it leads, but Daydream.
Oh, I've heard this.
On head, slick back.
She writes lyrics like a rapper. For
Yes,
real.
she is. I gotta say, that hook is a bop.
That hook, the way she spaces out the words, like, it just makes it hit, man.
That James Dean Daydream look in your eye, man. I'd give it a 9 out of 10.
Long hair, slick back, white T-shirt. Is that a look? I don't know. I'm not picturing.
We were lying on your couch. The rest of the world was black and white.
Something is off about this beat to me.
Necklace hanging from my neck. Paper airplanes flying.
This is a great song lyrically. I'm just not feeling it. I don't like the drums of the oh.
Setting you free, but the monsters turned out to be just trees. I remember.
It's a great lyrics.
It wasn't as strong lyrically as the last songs though. Like,
Yeah, that Out of the Woods chorus, I was like, yeah.
I did not like this chorus at all. I didn't like the beats. I didn't like the drums. I didn't like any percussion on this song. The verses were good though, in the bridge.
For like 4 minutes, and I was like, man, are we out of the woods?
Are we out of this song yet?
Are we out of the song?
I'd give this like a 6 out of 10.
People like me wanna believe you, but you have to go and lock me out when I let you.
I like this.
This was what you, but not like this. Me out when I let you in.
Reminded me of Justin Timberlake hitting those notes.
Why'd you have to go and lock me out when I let you in? Like, that's like that's like a feeling. It's like, man, I let this person in and now they locking me out. Like,
Oh my goodness, yes.
like, it's like, man, Taylor Swift music has a lot of that feeling of like, I let myself be vulnerable with you and then you hurt me.
Why everybody gets on Taylor Swift is that also her music is very relatable.
Yeah.
Very, very relatable. You can relate this to a parent, a relationship with a parent, or a relationship with a lover.
I think this is like the album that's grabbed me the least off of like first listen.
Yeah.
Like Red had us with those first, like, all the other albums, but this, I'd give this like a 7 out of 10.
It's a 7.
This is a solid track. And the next song is it's I've seen you twerking in the mirror to this every morning before school.
Yeah, guess who taught me?
It's Shake It Off. I think the world has heard this. I think planet Earth, alien species have heard this
They're
song.
like, what the freak is this?
But maybe we'll like it. Who knows?
We just have to.
Let's read these lyrics and see if we can pull some deep philosophy from this, man.
What?
Hey,
And it's gonna break, and the player's gonna break.
You're reading the lyrics and you're still getting them.
Yeah, I still am.
you could have been getting down to
This sick beat. My ex-man brought his new girlfriend. She's like, oh my god, but I'm just gonna shake it.
And you failed. No.
No.
There's no improvement to this song. This song is still not good to me.
Song about white girls twerking.
I mean, no, it's about shaking off the bad the
Yeah,
haters.
haters hate. But you know, their general idea for this was just this twerk.
It's at a rhythm that white girls can twerk to.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you play Juvenile with the dash head. That's a little too fast.
Who's good? Won't you back that ass up? You's a fine motherfucker. Won't you back that ass up?
Thinking that I hate you now, cause you still don't know what I never said. Makes you wanna run and hide, that it makes you turn right back.
I don't like this chorus.
Me, everything imagine. Here we are. Go round. I wish you would come back. Wish I never.
I was not listening to the radio in this era, man.
Name another one.
I don't know these songs, dude.
Just name it.
Rather Be.
Yep. By this one group, like Clean Bandit.
I don't know who those are. I was not. This is an era where I was just straight up listening to, like, again, I was listening to modern baseball.
Addiction blacked out, friction flies me back to Baltimore to wait for you.
For 2,000 times, enough
2,000 times.
enough to get you through this whole era of music. But
I just had it blasting, like, in the background, dude.
I think, from what we've been hearing on this, you know, like the 80s sound and all that, for some reason for this modern era, they tend to, like, rely on the sound of the 80s more than just the feeling of it.
The worst song in the world, I think, came out in this year. Why you gotta be so rude?
You know it used to be mad love.
Bad blood.
Solve 'em. You made a really deep.
I like this better than the last song.
Yeah.
It feels like she simplified her lyrics on a lot of these songs. Even Speak Now had great lyrics. Fearless, Red had great lyrics.
You think it all through. Bullet holes. You say sorry just for show with ghosts.
Now this is a good one. The one verse here, Band-Aids don't fix bullet holes. You say sorry just for show. I like that. You know? That right there is good, but you know, like the whole now we got bad blood. That whole part, I'm like, okay. Heard this millions of times, almost as much as he listened to modern baseball.
I can be every crack in your concrete.
That album goes hard. Listen to You're Gonna Miss It All. Listen to that album all the way through.
Listen to that. Anybody who is a huge fan of this album, sorry, but we're just being generally honest about this. This is you know, we ain't feeling it.
It feels like she tried to simplify herself for this album.
It's a great poppy song. Can you say this is like the purest of pop Taylor has gone?
So far, there's an album that shall not be named, but
That is true.
But this is gonna take me down. He's so tall.
was she dating a bad boy during the recording of this?
Standing in a nice dress, staring at the sunset.
This might be the strongest song so far.
Hands are in my hair, his clothes are in my room.
Why are his clothes in the room? He better have been changing while you were in the kitchen. Premarital sex.
Staring at the sunset, they burn it down.
Flow.
Stressed, staring at the sunset.
This is a 9.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like this song a lot.
It puts you into that mindset when the opening starts
Yeah.
and all that. You're like, oh snap.
It's like, this is the first song on this album where, like, because Taylor Swift did this for, like, all the songs on the last albums we heard, where it's like, you can, like, see, like, exactly what she's, like, pointing out to you, you know? Like,
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I can see the room. I can see, like the background. Like, I can, like, it's like, but it'll be, like, a short, like, 4-sentence verse, but you can just see everything she's saying. And that's like the skill of a songwriter. He usually does this all the time, but
Oh yeah.
this is the strongest one. I like this a lot.
That chorus,
Fire.
fire.
From the rain, you were too afraid to tell her what you want. I want you for worse or for better.
You know, I'm not a fan of this beat at all, but her vocal melody is so good that I can excuse it.
In frames of kisses on cheek.
Man, I would enjoy this song a lot more if I enjoyed the song. I'd give this like a 7, but I would enjoy this a lot more if the lyrics, if instead of as all the repetition, there was a little more lyrics, like, you know, describing, like, everything was kind of vague in the song. Like, it was a strong, like, the lyrics were strong, but I wish there was just a little bit more. And this drum beat, no.
And that little
No.
Yeah.
No, I love the acoustic guitar and her vocal melody. Her vocal, she can write a vocal melody so well that even though I hate the drums on this song, I hate them so much, it's like I can excuse it because the way she was riding that like the drums sounded like some Chainsmokers nonsense.
This didn't sound like her. If this was a beat made for Taylor Swift, I wouldn't think this was a beat made for Taylor Swift.
Please don't add some weird synthesizers or electric.
All right.
Came and brought you in, swept you out again. This love is good, this love is bad. Lands that to let go free and lose and grip.
It was good, man.
It was good.
This is one of the better songs on the album.
It is.
But it's just not hitting me, man. I don't know. I think the Swifties aren't going to like this video so much, but I don't care.
How would you rate this?
Like a 6.5.
6.5. I give it a 7.
It feels like
But
something's
yeah, I
missing.
know what you're saying. Something does feel like it's missing.
Taylor Swift has accomplished a lot in her career, bro. And she's only, what, like 30 years old?
She's accomplished a lot more than somebody would have in their
That's in their
lifetime
50s. That's in their
of
40s.
making
like.
music.
She really likes, on this album, ending a line in a higher note. I got a plan, we can't get caught.
I've got a plan, we can't get caught.
It's all the damn time.
When this song was beginning, it sounded like a later state, like if Kanye West was releasing a song in 2014.
Yes.
Like that's what it was sounding
when
like.
I was like, I was like,
Yeezy on the track. I didn't really care too much for the verses. No, lyrically, the verses were strong.
Yes.
But I don't know, the way she was, like, the way she was going on the beat and the pre-chorus, I didn't really care. Like, grab my hand and don't ever drop it, my love. They are the hunters and we are the foxes and we run. Like, no. But the chorus is soaring. Like, that chorus hits so hard.
Beat.
Oh,
Beat. That beat is a weird one for me. I'm digging it.
It was months and months of back and forth. Need a dress I can't wear anymore. Rain pouring, finally breathe and burn me.
Okay.
Oh, this is the lyricism I was looking for.
This is what I'm talking about right here, man.
Said I think I'm finally clean. You clean don't mean you don't miss it. Words that we'd grown together.
That was a strong one, I'm gonna have to say.
That's one of the most memorable songs on here to
This
me.
is a 10 out of 10 for me.
I love how she's comparing like being addicted to like a substance at like being addicted to a lover, you know?
Oh yeah.
This is what we wanted, bro. This is what we wanted. I didn't want a Chainsmokers type song. I didn't want something that sounded like it could have been off a Maroon 5 album. I wanted this. Rain came pouring down when I was drowning. That's when I could finally breathe.
It's in length where she talks about sometimes you still want that.
Yeah.
And it's hard to walk away from it. And I like the opening verse as well. It's great. I was like, yes.
Oh yeah, when the flowers that we grown together died of thirst.
And this beat works as well.
Oh yeah, I liked it.
I was like, is this gonna be
I
another
like
one?
this a lot, dude.
It worked. It was something fantastic. I dig it.
This wasn't as positive, but man, we did it, bro. So haters who are gonna be like, you guys,
I gave him 1 10 out of 10, and this is worth a 10 out of 10.